How to get the most reach so that you can actually explode your content so that it doesn't just sit on your page and gets no engagement whatsoever, but people start engaging, people start liking, commenting, sharing, and you can start opening up more conversations. So there's 4 things that you can do right now that are going to help you get your content out more and to reach more people. The first thing is you're going to share your article as a post on all your social media channels. So once you've tested some stuff out, post it up. Post it onto Facebook, post it onto your blog, post it onto your website, onto Google, wherever you are putting it up. Put it up on all your social media channels. What you'll also learn is that different channels have different styles of writing, and people respond to and like different things on different channels based on how it's written and what's relevant to them. So share it on all your social media channels and then take the ones that are winning the race and you reuse those. Okay? I'm going to show you how to do that just now. Okay? So you want to share it as a post also inside LinkedIn. So if you're writing an article in LinkedIn, you want to share it as a post on your page as well, which I'll show you in a moment. Then you want to tag influencers or people that you know are relevant. So if you've written an article and you are wanting to target, let's say you've written an article on marketing automation for accountants, and you've got a bunch of accountants that are part of your circle of influence in LinkedIn. You want to go and tag them and say, hey guys, I thought that you would find this, I wrote an article for you, I thought that you'd find this interesting. And then you tag them in it. Make it relevant to them. Okay. Too often I see, people post stuff up and they tag a bunch of people, but it's not relevant to them. It's got nothing to do with them. All they're trying to do is hijack their database by being tagged in that. Okay. Which is cool, but is it ethical? It doesn't feel ethical to me. I would rather make it relevant. I've got no problem hijacking someone's audience if it's relevant and it's going to benefit both the person and their audience. Okay, I want to make sure, because the last thing that you want is to tag somebody and their audience starts coming to you and they get nothing out of it and it's not relevant, and all they feel like is that they've been used to get it into their audience, but you haven't even asked permission, right? And that's just not cool. So you'll be able to do that once and you'll never be able to do that again, right? You'll just piss people off and you'll end up getting a bad name. So be specific about who you're targeting. Be specific about who you're tagging. Make it relevant to them. Make sure that they can get value from it. And very often what I find is that when I make sure that these guys get value from it, they automatically want to share it with their audience. They automatically ask me, can we get you on a call with our database? Can we get you on a call with our audience? That's when the fun starts happening, right? Use a combination of video, text, images, as LinkedIn likes that. Right? If you're only writing text, it's not going to get shared as much. If you're only using video, it's not going to get shared as much. If you're only using images, it's not going to get shared as much. You've got to use a combination. Now, obviously, not all in the same post. So if you're writing a video, if you're doing a video, then do some text in a video. You can do also only text. You can do text and images or only images, right? LinkedIn likes variety. And what they'll do is they'll boost stuff based on how much engagement it gets. The way it works is that a piece of content will come up, and if people start liking and sharing and commenting on that, then what happens when it reaches a certain point, it goes up to a real person. The algorithm detects that and it goes up to a real person. That person will then determine how newsworthy it is, and then LinkedIn will actually start posting that out for you. Right? But make sure that your content is engaging. You're using a combination. You're not just focusing on one thing, and you're solving problems, or creating insights, or telling a great story. Make it relevant and exciting for people to read and engage with. And then the last thing is, don't put any outside links or third-party links taking people off of LinkedIn. If you do that, what they do is they put you in something called LinkedIn jail, where you can only reach your first connections, your first and second connections. Whereas if you are keeping it local inside LinkedIn, it can reach your third connections. It'll be shared outside of your immediate circle of influence, which means that you now start reaching people that you weren't able to ever reach before. And people start sharing it, and you'll get a lot more friend and connection requests. Okay, so those are 4 things that you can do right now. Let me show you what this actually looks like inside LinkedIn and how you can do this. So I created a post called 300 people, $500 spend, 3 times revenue in 2 weeks. And what I did was I wrote a post, an article about a journey that we took over the past 2 weeks and what actually happened as part of that journey and what I learned from it. Okay. But the title of the article is exciting. 300 people, 500 ad spend, 3 times revenue, 2 weeks. It's relevant to my audience. It's what they want to know. They want to know the numbers. They want to know the figures. They want to know metrics and timelines. Okay, so that's very relevant. Then I've used an image at the top. And then I've got a catchy first sentence. What I learned in the last 2 weeks, part 2. But first, and then I gave stats and numbers and all the rest. I put pictures in. Okay, you can see it's easy to read. It's easy to go through, right? Then I put in bullet points. Okay, more images, moral of the story. What happened as a result of this was that we created 32 likes, 9 comments, and we created 3 clients out of this. Okay, which is really exciting. And you'll see what I've done here is every single person that has commented, that has liked or shared, I've reached out to them directly and I've responded to them directly. And what happens when you respond to people is that people start engaging even more. They start sharing. Okay. And all of these people who have liked it, I sent them a personal message, asking them what did they like about it? What did they want to know more of? And that's where we picked up these clients from this. Okay. So I also like to go and take a look at the stats. So if we take a look at the stats, we've got 176 articles that are viewed, 3 reshares. Okay. Erasmus, Ansol placements, and Marius Bierkes. Okay, now I go back to these guys and I start having conversations with them. But then if we look at where is it being the most viewed, who's reading this kind of stuff? So CEOs, executive and directors. Okay, 14 salespeople, 11 business owners, 10 business corporate strategists. Let's see what else. Business development consultant, marketing specialist, 6. Okay, now the areas. So I can see Cape Town has got the highest view. I can see who is actually reading these, okay, which is quite interesting. Ernst & Young, Transnet, Mia Telecoms, and I know some of these people already. 4 views from people at IP Group of Companies, interesting. Okay, so I want to know the stats and who's looking at it. So now we start knowing where is our biggest audience. And in this case, I've got, 24 people have a job title founder, okay, which is the top one, which means they own the companies. 71 views from Johannesburg, which that is the biggest area, and that's where we've got a lot of people there. But from all over the world, okay? And what people are doing is that they're reading this, they are liking it, and they are communicating with me. So even if we take a look here, we've got Sean Clark. He's from Cape Town, kind of an area in the Cape Town area. Marius is in Johannesburg. Willem is in Johannesburg. He's in Pretoria. Bob Buckley is in the Netherlands. Okay, so there's people from all over the world. And I've got a bunch more articles that I've written that people have responded to. Okay, so moral of the story. When you are writing these articles, mix it up. Okay, then what you want to do is once you've written your article, you want to take that URL, you want to copy it, you want to go to your homepage, and you want to share it as a post. Okay, and that'll bring it right to the top of the newsfeed, and people can click on that and they can read the article, and you go next. Now you can add hashtags, so you can add hashtags, but you can also tag people in this. So how do you tag people? Let's go at Justin Cohen. Okay, so he's a friend of mine. I'm just going to show you guys what to do. At Walsh, where is he? At Brian Walsh. Okay, thought you might enjoy this latest article. Would love to hear your thoughts. Boom, and then you go next, and it posts up, it tags them, and they'll get in their newsfeed, they'll get a mention in their newsfeed, they'll read the article, and then they can add in their comments and thoughts on that as well. And if I want them to become clients, or if I want their audience to see it, this is exactly how you do it. But make it relevant, okay? I'm not going to send this out because it's not really relevant there, but make it relevant to your ideal clients, Okay, make it relevant to the people who you're tagging and make sure that they can use it for their audience and they can use it for themselves so they get huge value out of it.